We are live. Welcome, everybody. We are live on YouTube, and we welcome you to tonight's AMA. Mr. Peter Gettner and Don Clifton are in the house.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Nice to have you here this evening. Of course, everybody knows we've had a rough couple of days here, but just have made us more determined to create success in this space and create new projects and new products, new technology, in order to make this a safer, better place for people to be. And it really highlights the need for community to come together, even more than just a community within a project, but a massive community to come together to prevent these things from happening in the future. So we wanted to start this call with some positive music and uplifting. So what we are going to do though tonight is we are going to do some show and tell. So we're going to talk about some voting. We're going to talk about a site that'll be launching in the next day or so, that we helped design, construct, build, and put together. I think you're going to see some good things on that. Just continue to move forward with our projects that we're working on and putting together. So let's, Dawn, where would you like to start? Would you like to show them maybe some Otherverse stuff, or would you like to start with voting?
I think we should vote and make sure we can keep you.
Okay, excellent. So you guys know that we did an off-chain vote about maybe 4 or 5 months ago about me being the lead manager for TruBadger. We are actually going to use our software to vote that again. And Dawn is going to walk you through that process and show you. Now, what'll happen is from time to time now, we'll have voting initiatives. NAC will be able to recommend some voting initiatives to us. And then we'll be putting some voting initiatives out. And one of the keys to this is community is commerce. But we need to really add to that an active community is commerce, right? So engaged people that are there. In the crypto space, there's a lot of large communities that they don't have a lot of activity though. People are not getting involved. They have an opportunity to help make decisions and make choices. And so what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to put together and construct the most active community out there. And so we've built our voting now with TruBadger. This will be coming for Safufied. It will be coming for Insights, and then eventually for Catapult, for all of our projects. And it'll be much faster now. It took us a little while to get this put together and built, and feeless voting. So one of the early issues with voting was the fact that you would have to pay a fee every time you voted, right? If it was going to be done on chain. There was a project put together called Snapshot. Snapshot was able to develop some technology. We were able to take that technology, do some enhancements, and put it together where now we have a voting DAO for TruBadger, and again, soon for the rest of our projects. So Dawn, why don't you walk them through? It's really simple to do. You'll have to join. We want to have, eventually hundreds of thousands of people be part of our DAOs that are actively in their voting and helping us guide the direction, the collective intelligence, collective desire. Those will be the things that'll allow us to make the best decisions possible to lead to our financial future. Instead of being spectators, we really want to move towards being participants in this global blockchain cryptocurrency economy. Go ahead, Dawn.
Very well said. Nicely said. So yeah, this is super simple. This is on chain, as Peter mentioned. Now, I want you to understand that you do need to have TruBadger tokens in order to vote. You just have to be holding tokens. I don't know the exact amount at this time, but I am trying to get that information. We just launched this and we've been a little bit busy. Of course, Reza has been really busy with helping us the past couple of days, so he hasn't quite got to my question yet, but he will very soon. And I will share that information as soon as I have it. But as long as you're holding TruBadger tokens, you'll be able to connect and you'll be able to see if you can vote. So more details to come. So what I wanted to tell you though is it is looking at not only your wallets, but it's also tied to the safes. So if you have put your TruBadger in your safe, it's also seeing those tokens. So don't worry if they're not in your wallet anymore. When you connect your wallet here, your wallet, if it's tied to your safe, it will also see that, know that you have the proper tokens, and then you can vote. So it is super simple. It's very quick. You basically just go to this URL. I did put it in the chat. I don't know if somebody can put it on YouTube for me. We may have to do that after this closes, but after the call closes. But you just go to that URL. It's vote.trubadger.io. And once you go there, you will see this page. It's very simple. And you'll want to join. This is joining, the voting of TruBadger DAO. It's going to immediately ask you to connect your wallet. I hope you can see the pop-up here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to choose a different wallet because I need to use this wallet for voting. So I'm going to click next. I'm going to go ahead and confirm I want to connect it. Okay, you'll see my wallet up here is connected now. And I'm just going to click on the only opportunity we have right now. This is the only proposal. This was a test. You're welcome to look at it if you want to, but it's just a test. It says test. So this is the real proposal that we have right now for voting. It's open for 3 days. This will close at midnight Pacific time on the 6th. I just gave it 3 days, and we can, of course, extend that if we need to or what have you. But that's just how I set it up. You can see here, when you click on it, you'll get some details. It started tonight. It ends May 6th, 11:59 p.m. This is Pacific time. And it's for Peter Gantner to remain lead manager. We would like to propose a vote to keep Peter Gantner as the lead manager through the rest of this year, 2022. All you do is once your wallet is connected, and if you joined, you connected your wallet immediately already. So we're just gonna click yes or no. I'm gonna go ahead and vote if everybody's okay with me sharing my vote right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and click yes, click vote. Of course, please do vote. Your feelings, your heart, right? Don't do what I'm doing just because I'm doing it. So there's the option. There's a snapshot of the actual. I'm not real sure where these are because I don't think this is my amount of tokens, right?
No, underneath is your amount. Your voting
this is my voting power.
92 billion.
Yes.
Yep.
92 billion. I was just trying to explain what this number was, but
That's
the voting
shot. That's
contract,
a snapshot that shows this, that proves that it's the
it's on chain.
transparency. Yes, it's the immutability transparency that keeps
Thank you.
from, yeah.
The word I was trying to think of, immutability. So you can click on this and it will take you to details if you want to. But this is on chain and you'll see that when you click this. So I'm just going to vote. Simple as that. It will ask me to sign my vote. Okay, it is free. There's no BNB that's going to come out or anything like that. So I am going to just confirm this, and it just says sign, and I'm just going to sign it. And it will do its thing, and I'll see that it is done. Your vote is in green down here. I'm all done. So there we go. Any questions? Anything else to add, Peter?
No, I just better hurry up and go vote so I can that's for sure. So, all right, guys. So, what we'll end up doing is every time it'll end on midnight, we'll always launch votes from the AMA. So whenever the AMA is, we'll launch them. They'll end 3, 4, 5 days down the road because we'll give a chance for people to discuss it. This is the first version of it. We're going to build out ways for people to be able to debate the issue and talk more about it. You can add comments now, but we want to be able to debate these things and have people get both sides of an issue. because this will start to get to, right now, pretty simple stuff we're voting on, but it will get more complex. It'll get more, whether we want to initiate, let's say we have $1 billion in assets, we may put out there that we want to use 10 million of them to purchase another project or to do things. So again, becoming a disciplined, active member in the community is for each of our own benefit, right? So it's almost like, citizenship has its responsibilities. Being part of a DAO has responsibilities if we want it to function well and we want it to. So, and that is being informed when you do vote, right? Make sure that you understand the issue, make sure you understand what you're voting for. Don't have Rhonda, like, let's say we put on here to keep her job, and Rhonda calls you up and say, hey, go vote yes on this initiative. You have to think about the initiative. You have to look at it, evaluate her performance, and then make your decision whether it's yes or no, right? So we want to have the most informed and, thoughtful process when we're going through this, so we can build into the $1 trillion in wealth that we want to be able to build. And again, it's eluded most projects. Most projects that have DAOs running right now, the voting is atrociously low, right? It's almost embarrassing. Some of these projects have several 100,000 people, and they have, less than a handful of people that are voting on the initiatives. So they're just token holders. They're not part of a community. So that'll get us up and running, guys. That'll be up there for the next 3 days. You can go ahead and vote away. And the good thing is nobody needs to know your vote, right? So your vote is your vote. So vote away. All right. Okay. Well,
there are some questions in the Q&A.
Oh,
is there a cap per wallet on voting power? From Mark and Udo.
So right now, it's just going to be a straight vote for the token value that's in the wallet. Those will change over time, and it'll be there. It was just easier to get it going right now. So it'll look at your wallet. It'll give you a number of votes for that. It's a straight token vote. There will be other mechanisms that'll be put in place, like quorums, things like that, that will take more of a vote for certain issues. Something may need an 80% threshold of people to vote on. So let's say we're going to allocate a large amount of funds to something from the treasury. Those type of things would take a higher barrier, meaning if only 12% of the people vote, it won't go through. So there'll be different things that'll be put into there. But right now, these votes and the votes that'll take place over the next few months are just the number of tokens that you hold in your wallet. All right.
All right. Another question is, if you hold and manage more than one wallet each, can each wallet vote? I think I've got it right. So this is from YouTube. So if you hold and manage, yes, there we go.
Yep. It's per wallet. Yep. Absolutely.
Right. Someone was having trouble with spinning. Question was, maybe everybody's trying to do it all at once. Dawn, we're not seeing any spinning, so.
No, yeah, and it's just web-based. Yeah. It should be pretty fast for everyone. Yeah. So should be okay.
All right, good.
Yeah, I would just say you can refresh and try again.
Are the safes mobile friendly?
The safes are not mobile friendly yet, no. We need to do some development there, which we need to do some development there. So it's coming. Everything mobile friendly is coming.
Excellent, okay. Excellent. I suggest that you disconnect your wallet, Dawn.
Yeah.
Well,
Anonymous says is worried about your safety.
Yes, so I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, Crystal's asking. She just tried to vote. She's on an Android, and it was not giving her a MetaMask option.
Okay, did she go through her DApp, through her wallet? Or did she just try to go to a web browser and try to connect? That's a difference.
If you're
what's the proper? That's the best way.
If you're on your phone, you have to go through MetaMask, right? It's the only way it's going to pull the wallet.
Yeah.
You have to log into MetaMask, go to the browser, and go to the site, and then connect your wallet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Always when you're on your phone, you have to go through the app, through the MetaMask in order to connect.
Yes, because it is a phone app, so it wants you to start there in most cases.
Instead of a browser, right? The other reason why you can do it on your computer is it's a browser. and is using your
Right.
browser to pull up the maps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a real quick point, while we have just a second, I want to show how you do disconnect your wallet. That was a really good point. Thank you for bringing that up. You're just going to click on the wallet area up here. You're going to click that, and then you're going to go to log out. You have technically logged in with your wallet, so you're going to log out to get disconnected. Okay, very important.
Excellent job, Dawn. Very cool.
On the website, click join, but see no MetaMask option. Wonder if it's my browser. Yeah, Laurel, what browser are you using?
Tell you sometimes Brave will act very differently. Most things work really, really well on Chrome. So that might be a difference.
Okay. Well, this is very, very exciting because I have no doubt there will be many more opportunities
Oh,
to
listen,
vote
we
on.
are a DAO.
Exactly.
We're going to have lots of voting
Lots of votes,
opportunities. Yes.
Yes. Well done.
Yes, yes. All right.
All
We
right.
ready to see some
good.
exciting?
So we have one more question here, and that is, can we talk about the SAFU scenario? Guys, we really covered that this afternoon. We are doing everything possible in order to recover. So the trading's back on for all 3 tokens. Had a nice boost today. Thank you for anybody who bought SAFU-fied tokens. We're still tracking down wallets, still have a group of specialists working on recovery, right? That's going to be a long process to do it. Don't know if we'll ever be able to recover the funds, but we are working on that and doing some things in the background to do our best to recover it. Right now, our goal, though, is to move forward and get things moving, full speed ahead. So we'll be cranking out the DAO software as soon as this tests out, then making it to where we can start signing up other projects as DAOs through SAFU-fied, as well as beginning to market the wallets to other projects to utilize the wallets for that. Definitely tightening up on security and audits and different things like that moving forward. Our devs have determined that they will be giving back some of their dev tokens, as well as I am. And Dawn has offered to give up some of hers, so we can cover what tokens were stolen, sold off, and now sit in PancakeSwap. So we can get those replaced to initialize those, as well as the devs have, and myself and the team, we've committed to over time getting the liquidity back through other mechanisms and through other means that we do. It's going to take some time, though. It's a significant amount of funds, right? $470,000. Don't happen to have it laying in my wallet right now. So, but over time, we will start to move forward. We have a few things that we'll be doing that we're looking at. One is possibly burning some tokens, reducing the supply. We're just making sure that that when we do it, that it'll be recognized by PancakeSwap and by PooCoin, so we can have that reduce the supply while keeping the market cap higher, raising the value of the tokens that people hold in their wallet, and also working on some other stuff. It's going to be a process to recover and get back to where we were at, but we're here and we're going to continue to do it. And again, I want to thank everybody who went in and sent in messages and complained about those wallets to be a scan. Please continue to do it, right? If you have some time, if you want to have another email address, if you want to continue to promote it, we just need to keep getting in as many as we can, and maybe they'll pay attention and then stop it from happening. The biggest thing is that this has made it to where our commitment now is to figure out solutions for this problem. Me and Doug are beginning to write a white paper, a write-up, which will work with hopefully Muon, and Reza, of course, will be a part of that. And that is creating a token that could defend against something like this that's happening. When it happens, it could be corrected. and this doesn't have to happen to other people. So you never want something bad like this to happen, but sometimes bad things happen to a good group of people, and then that good group of people decide to do something about it, and they change the world and change the industry, and they stop it from happening. I'm hoping and believing that this is one of those situations, and we'll continue to move things forward. All right. All right. Very good. All right. We got all those questions. All right. Well, let's do some show and tell, guys. So before we get started, you guys know that we have been doing consulting work for Otherverse. Matter of fact, I have to call them when I get off the phone here. And so we started out with, we're doing the smart contract, doing the NFTs for them. We'll be producing those. We will be, we rebuilt the website for them. They had a nice website. We thought that a multi-trillion-dollar project should have a dynamite website. So we rebuilt that. We redid their logo. We built the software that the ICO, when that happens on a global scale, when that will take place, we've done that. We assembled the legal team that has put together all the documentation for people in the US and Canada to be able to participate that are accredited investors, and move that stuff forward. So we've put a lot of work into it. It's almost been like a full-time job for us over the last couple months. Actually, this has been going on for quite some time. So in the next day or two, the website will be launching, but we wanted to give you guys an example that also we wanted to show the difference between the avatars that other companies, so you've got a couple of projects out there. Sandbox, valued at a couple of $1 billion market cap. You've got Decentraland, several $1 billion market cap. At one point, I believe it was over 5 billion. You've got, of course, Facebook, Meta, that has spent a considerable amount of money. I know that just when they bought Oculus, it was $1 billion. And that's the core of their metaverse, right, is what they're doing. And so let's look at what the leaders are doing in the space, because these are truly the three leaders, right? I mean, they're the people that people are flocking to. There's other ones, lots of other ones that are popping up, but these are really the leaders in the space. And so what we want to make sure that everybody understands is why we believe that Otherverse is going to be the leader in the space. And there's three things. One is the experience of 17 years of being in the metaverse. There's nothing like experience, right? You can read books, you can have consultants come in, but going through it yourself and learning from the school of hard knocks is the best way to do it. There's nobody who's done that more than Otherverse, okay? They've been in the game, saw this long before, Facebook changed its name to Meta, and everybody said, oh my goodness, we're going to get involved in the metaverse. So they've been pioneering, and they've been leaders in this space for the longest amount of time. Two is the technology that's been built and the patented ability for that technology that is there, okay? And right now, over 77 patents. Several of those patents are what are called essential patents to running how can I say it? A robust metaverse. You might be able to run a metaverse, but it won't be robust. It'll bog down. There'll be problems with it. But to run a robust metaverse, there are project software that is essential for making that happen, okay? And so the third thing is the quality of the environment and the atmosphere. So right now, a lot of people are moving towards the metaverse as a place where people will go and play games. People will play games in the metaverse. But really, the metaverse that Citibank GPS did the study on is not just a gaming metaverse. It is a metaverse in which business will be done, education will be done. So businesses, conferences. It is a metaverse where shopping will be done. It is a metaverse that is going to be a serious place to be, that's going to enhance our lives by giving us a place to be able to, you know, let's say I'm going to go to a resort and I can go look at the resort. I can see where the restaurants are. I can see where the rental place is, where I've got to be on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. So I'm not lost. I can have a much more enjoyable vacation because I get to understand and know the resort in a real life environment, right? Something that I can not a cartoon of the bush, but an actual physical thing. And so the project that has the most realistic, well-functioning environment is going to be the leader in the metaverse, right? So what we were going to show you tonight is what is called the Aeon generation of the metaverse for Otherverse. It is not out yet. It's actually in alpha for this next month. It will go into beta the following month or month after. This will be launching in August, September for a metaverse that is going to, well, we're going to let you guys make the decision on what it's going to do there on your own reaction. At this point right now, what we'd like to show you is, of course, this is Decentraland. Decentraland is one of the leaders in the space. When I first started to hear about the metaverse, even before that, because these guys started a couple of years ago talking about a metaverse, I went in and was pretty much bored within minutes of entering the space. Did not understand why it was going to exist. You know, why do we even need this? And then again, I began to look at it from not when you look at it as something to do, like what am I supposed to do here? That's a different story. But when you look at it from a improvement of life and this realistic side of things, then you begin to see the value in the metaverse coming. So this is Decentraland. Yeah, you can look at the trees. You know, they're kind of, I don't know, look like more like blocks of stuff. And again, you know, at least they're pioneering and doing something in the space. You look at the characters, I'd say very much cartoony. And, you know, if you watch them move, little, I don't know, like a cartoon character moving versus maybe a human. Okay. So this is Decentraland. You guys can go check it out. It's free to go into Decentraland. You don't need anything to go in there. You'll just download, with Decentraland, you can just go play in your browser. So you can just start exploring, connect your wallet to it, and you can go in and walk around and see what Decentraland is all about. There are people that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy land in these metaverses, and they are big companies and very knowledgeable people. And the reason why is they as well have realized what the value of this metaverse is going to be over the next 8 years, 10 years, 15 years. Okay, so this is Decentraland. All right, let's go. Go ahead, Dawn.
I was just going to ask, can we go ahead and open up the chat? I'd love to see their comments and their feedback and their
please,
thoughts about everything. We'd love to see that. So however we can open up the chat, that would be great.
All right, go crazy, folks.
Go nuts. All right, you want to see Meta next?
Yep, let's go. Okay, we'll go to Meta next. So here's Meta. I think a lot of things they're showing here in this scene is collaboration, right? These are people that got together and designing games, designing different things in the metaverse. You'll see here people building. You know, if anybody ever runs into Mark, you maybe can ask him what he doesn't like about legs, right? Or lower body parts, because they don't have them in here in their metaverse. Now remember, guys, this is not a startup company doing this. This is one of the largest companies in the world and the leader in social media, right? This is a company that's worth, man, I haven't looked at the market cap lately, but hundreds of billions of dollars, that has vast resources on their hands. But it does show you that one of the major things in the metaverse will be collaborative workspaces, okay? Where people are building stuff, working together, getting together, and making things happen, speeding up the collaborative environment. It's phenomenal and it's fantastic. The problem is if you're going to build serious things, if you're going to create serious stuff, it needs to be realistic when you're working together and when you're putting these things out there. So This is Meta. Okay, and we'll do one more in that Sandbox. Now, Sandbox is more of a gaming environment. They went with a Roadblocks kind of a look to them. So they're very blocky. I mean, a square pig. There's nothing wrong with a square pig. I'm not anti-pig, guys, at all. It's, just round pigs are probably better than square pigs, but, I mean, everybody has their favoritism. Gotta love the trees, little blocky for me, but, I mean, I was an arborist at one point way back in my life and did a lot of stuff, owned a tree company and things like that. So, it just, it has its appeal to, and I think that this space is going to appeal more to younger kids, maybe people that are in the gaming space. So this is the three leaders in the space right now. So now let's look at what is Aeon and what is the Aeon generation, okay, of this thing. So Aeon is more than just a version of a photorealistic avatars. Aeon is a browser that was built for the metaverse. So the best way to explain that is right now Decentraland's doing its thing and Sandbox is doing their thing. But at the end of the day, just like the internet, in the beginning of the internet was really hard to use until Netscape came around and said, hey, we're going to build a browser. Other companies came and built better browsers. And of course, today we have Chrome and we have Brave. And what the browser helps us do is take a whole bunch of stuff that's all over the place and it helps us organize it, bring them in, blocks out stuff, does all kinds of features that make it safer and more enjoyable for us to be on there. The other thing that they do is things like Google search. It allows you to find stuff. Imagine the internet without a search thing. The only thing you'd be able to do is have the person advertise their website, get their website and go. No, we have search engines, which allows us to type in what we're looking for. And then the search goes out on the entire web and then finds the best results using algorithms. So Aeon is a browser, it is a search feature, and it is the technology that will bring forth photorealistic avatars in a meaningful way where tens of thousands of avatars will be able to occupy an area, function properly, run very well, not get bogged down, and actually make it to where the collaboration, the business, the education, all of that stuff will be able to be done, maximizing the potential of the metaverse. All right. What you're looking at here, guys, is with good lighting. This is an actual avatar from the Aeon generation of the game. Now, I want to ask a question, quick survey. Okay, number one is if Otherverse is the most realistic. Number two would be if Decentraland is. Three is if it's Sandbox, not really fair for Sandbox. And number four would be Meta, which is one of the largest companies in the world. Which one is the most realistic? If you were going to, okay, so let's let the voting come in here. I want to make sure. So far, all I've seen is ones. So it's pretty much a not 100%, right? Yes, that this project has the best avatars out there. I want to ask you guys a question. If you're going to do, and in this, if it's yes, put in a 5, and if it's no, put in a 6. If business is going to be done in the metaverse, you're going to go to conventions, you're going to go to trade shows, you're going to do stuff in the metaverse. Do you believe that realism is going to be 5 if you believe yes, 6 if you believe that people are going to want cartoons and that type of stuff? Absolutely. Look at all the 5s coming in, guys. So what does that mean? That means we have a head start on all the other projects that are out there in the way this was developed. Now, also, as I said earlier, there's nothing like experience. Otherverse has had the ability to learn from their mistakes. How do you safely run it? How do you do this stuff? How do you avoid the problems that a lot of the other ones are going to be coming forward with? So, of course, we're going to build metaverses for other people. So the Otherverse is going to help build and launch. We've already brought one of our clients to the table, and it was, you know, magical when the Otherverse team and them got together and started to talk about what can be done and what can be put together. And so that is beginning through the process to move forward. Interconnectivity. Again, this is the ability for worlds to connect, right? I want you to think about this. If, let's say, the metaverse does what everybody thinks it's going to do, and eventually, just like there's millions of websites, eventually there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of metaverses. How do you know are you going to have 100,000 pieces of software on your phone or on your thing? No, somebody needs to make it, just like somebody's help make it happen on the web. Somebody needs to make it happen in the metaverse. That is one of the advantages that Otherverse has, because it's been operating multiple metaverses already under licenses with people. So it is absolutely way ahead of the competition. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down. Patent protected.
Show a different patent page.
Yes. There you go. Patent protected. All right.
Guys, this is still in development. That's why we're kind of flipping around a tiny, tiny bit.
Yes, this will be launching in the next day or so. You'll be able to go to otherverse.io and see this. Again, the site they had was good. We wanted to give it, we feel that this is a $1 trillion project, and yes, it needs to be put out that way. Yep. Oh, by the way, guys, there's always new patents being issued as well. Over the next few months, there's another patent that's coming in, and then another one, and it's always developing and moving forward from there. And of course, there's the Otherverse economy. You know, when you think about the metaverse, and some of you guys might be on here going, you know, dang, I wish I would have got on YouTube in the early days, or maybe TikTok just a couple of years ago, because the people that did that and became the big people in there are making millions of dollars. I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to happen in the metaverse. There will be people, some of the stars that are already on the other one will come and they'll convert over and they'll get involved in the metaverse. But there'll be a whole nother crop of people that stand out and that say, the metaverse is my land, it's my place. I'm going to go make myself important in the metaverse, and they will eventually be making millions of dollars out there. So this is the new opportunity for that to happen, just like people have done on YouTube and Amazon and, you know, in Twitter and Telegram and, TikTok. So all those different platforms out there. All right. Jeffrey asked a question, when is this coming out? The beta testing will happen next month. And then the closed beta testing will start happening next month. Some people will get invited to it. We'll talk about that and how you can be a part of that. And then open beta testing will happen in August or September is the goal for that. When is the token launching? We're actually going through that process right now. One of the things that's here, so if you're international, you will be able to participate. There's a few countries that are excluded. One is Canada. The US is excluded from being able to participate. Unless you are an accredited investor, then you'll be able to get involved in that. But we'll have to cover that at a different point in a different time. But it's coming up in the next 4 to 8 weeks. The token, 10 at the most, the token will be live. Okay. But that's okay, because we are doing consulting work on this. And to be honest with you, the only way we take payment is by taking tokens. Those tokens belong to TruBadger, a large portion of those. And so just by holding TruBadger, in essence, you're involved in this project without having to purchase any additional tokens. Okay. All right, let's keep going. This is MMOR, massively multi-user online reality. This is important, guys. there's other people that might show you some, you know, fancy, you know, avatars and things like that. I haven't seen them yet that look as good. But the key is can you have thousands of these at a concert? Can you have 10,000 of these at a concert and have it to where they still function? They still can move in this capacity and move from there. So, okay. So that's all stuff that is coming. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right, excellent. Now at the top of the website, I think maybe people might have missed something. And that is right here. If you look, you have the 3 videos that are playing there. They look kind of cool. Down there at the bottom, the third one is Oculus. You see powered by Unity, and then Nexus ecosystem and Oculus. So this is something, guys, if you want to say, well, what is Nexus doing? You can, in the next couple of days, you'll be able to, you know, to lead them to this site and say, here's what we're doing. Here are the people that we're working with. Here are the ones that we're moving forward. So it's front and center. Then I'm sure once we get a page put together for team members and stuff like that as well, we may be listed as a consultant for the project as well. So that's not done yet. I don't, you know, but we should be able to do that and say, hey, here's our team right here. Okay, so that'll give us a lot of credibility and a lot of kudos there in the marketplace. All right, so Dawn, how would you like to show them a few, you know, so how up close? So, and guys, this is so when they did this, there were already the second version of Otherverse. Third version started to be developed. It went to a 4th version, which now is the Aeon generation. And so some of this is a mixture between 3rd and 4th, but we do have some examples of true 4th generation or Aeon generation avatars, and Dawn is playing one of them right there. I want you guys to notice a couple of things. If you look at her, just look down at the ground and follow her shadow, okay? And, you know, we'll get to a closer up one, I believe, of her. So Dawn will go to the close-up one of her. All right, there you go. There's the look on her face there. And let's see. Oh, look at the hair move. So she got a little hair action going there, a little wink, a little smile. Very human-like, right? Very, you know, towards realistic, which is gonna, again, if you're going to do business, if it's a serious place, then which avatars, what is going to attract you and millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people to get involved in the space. So we've got a few more things to show you guys.
Sorry, this thing that's in my way. There you go.
There he is. I mean, I don't know. Let's play that again. Guys, look at the clothes. Look at the way the clothes are moving on the character. So I want you guys to think about this. If you were going to have a fashion show in the metaverse, would you have your fashion show in Decentraland? Well, and if you had any pants in your collection, you wouldn't be able to have it in Meta, right? That would Horizon. That wouldn't even happen, right? Be like, well, sorry, we can't have our show here. You don't have any pants on, right? Or would you like it maybe in Sandbox? Or would you have your fashion show in this space? This is going to be a very big category, guys, in the metaverse, right? Fashion shows, being able to allow for thousands, tens of thousands of people to attend shows that before that maybe only a few hundred people would have been able to attend and be a part of. But look at, okay, go ahead, Dawn, next.
And so some other wonderful people.
I mean, it's just a cool dude, right? You know, I
He's
mean,
hyper cool.
you can just see him coming by the house, but look at the movement again on the clothes. Look at the movement on his body. You know, it's, you know, this is incredible. Imagine going to, imagine being able to go to a dance. Oh, Marty loves to dance, right? You know, having your character have hundreds of dance moves where, you know, you can dance as a character and not have everybody just doing the same thing, but having different people putting together dance competitions, dance offs with your character and things like that. So lots of neat things that you'll be able to do in the space.
For sure.
Yes, George, they will do a model of me. I will dance on the table often. I'll be able to do it all the time. That's how I'm going to become famous in the metaverse. I'm going to be the guy that have millions of people following me just so they can see my avatar dance on tables.
Be the one time you dance on tables where
The
Dana
one
does
time,
not
right?
freak out and get all
Seriously.
worried.
Yes, it will be safe.
Your mom will be happy.
Just incredible, guys, when you look at these and where this is headed to. The environments, when you talk about Otherverse and the environments, brickwork that looks like brickwork, fire that looks like fire, trees that look like trees, move like trees, and act like it. Just incredible. And there's some of the other technologies that are being built where you can be the live event, and then at that live event, have it go into from the live, seeing you on video, to being able to, I mean, check out the moves, guys. Come on.
Modeled after Peter, by the way.
I'm going to be able to dance like that, right? Finally, I'm going to have some real moves here in the metaverse and what's going on there, guys. Just absolutely incredible. Look at the logo. Look at things happening. Absolutely incredible, guys. I just wow, right? Just wow. Yeah. Just incredible.
That would be fun. I wanted to show the university one too. Just imagine.
Oh, Marty asked, we'll start and be part of Otherverse. Everything we're doing, guys, is all going to come together and really begin to move towards this, right? Because this is where everything's going 8 to 10 years from now. So we'll engage with it now and keep moving things forward. So here's a lecture, guys. Imagine being able to have not just a professor teaching something to you, but the best producer in the world, right? And Anthony Robbins, that looks like Anthony Robbins, up teaching at the front of the room, right? Moving things forward. The technology that's going to be developed over the next few years and be put out there. And I got to tell you, $8 to $13 trillion space. If you're the leader in that space, we can tell what leaders look like in spaces, right? You can go find the largest bank and say, what's it worth? You can go find the largest social media company. What's it worth? The largest retailer. What's it worth? The largest online retailer. What's it worth? What wealth is created when you're number one in the space? And there is an extremely great chance, because of experience, because of patents, and because of the technology that they have, the head start over everyone else. There's a very good chance that Otherverse is going to be that leader and that winner. And we have an opportunity to be involved with it and be a part of it and help bring it to the marketplace. So
loud. We put music to that one. All right, we did the video, we did a party time, let's do a happy hour.
So Peter, one of the questions I've seen in chat was, will you be able to talk in the Otherverse? So we'll be able to talk with one another.
It'll start with chat boxes. It'll go to Zoom stuff. So a lot of that stuff is all coming, right? So in lectures, there would be sound. You see people hugging, you see them shaking hands, right? All of that stuff is going to be available in order for you to be a part of and engage with it and do that. So that's all the stuff that's being put together and coming, you know, as this thing continues to develop and be there. And again, on the cutting edge. I mean, some of the things that Otherverse have patents on is eye movement. And one of the reasons why Brian focused on eye movement is, imagine if you're trying to communicate with somebody and your eyes can only sit still. They can't follow. They can't. Our eyes are such a big part of our conversation, and whether you're paying attention and whether you're, you know, I mean, it's, what is it? The eyes are the doorway to the soul, right? Isn't that? Yeah, that's exactly it. And so our window, whatever it is, right? And so that's going to be a big part of having this. One of the things that makes Otherverse also different is, and Brian calls it the charm, right? It's the small things that allow it for you to have an experience when you're going through these things, when you enter a world, when you exit a world, when you do all that stuff. So yep, very neat. It is, we are just so far ahead. A matter of fact, maybe we can show them the last slide of our pitch deck.
Sure.
That might be a fun thing to show. You know, we were sitting down when we were putting together the pitch deck for this and the presentation, and we said, what moment in time would really capture how far ahead Otherverse is than the competition that's out there right now? And I love the movie Secretariat, right? Especially the moment in the movie when it goes silent. And then he comes around, Secretariat comes around the corner and the music starts blaring. And it's, you know, he's 12 lengths, 15, 20, you know, boom, boom, boom. This was the greatest horse race in the history of, you know, humankind. Nothing has even come close to this. And so you have Secretariat is Otherverse. And of course, in the background there, far, far back there, you have Meta, Decentraland, and Sandbox, hoping one day to even just get across the finish line, never mind to beat Otherverse and what's going on, right? And so, guys, it's a great opportunity for us to be a part of it, for us to, we're excited to bring this. We'll answer a few more questions, guys. We've been on for about an hour, we are going to continue to move that forward. I need to call them back and we need to keep things moving forward, but we'll get more details on it as it gets closer. And we continue to make that happen. I've had emails tonight offering support of tokens to help out to wow, XOXOXO.
More people are offering to share their tokens to rebuild that.
Oh,
yeah, that was early on in the conversation tonight.
Amazing. I just got to tell you, amazing, 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 amazing. As it was so amazing, I didn't understand it, right? Because like, what? You guys are great. Is this talking going to be multilingual where I can speak to someone via a translator? Yeah, absolutely, guys. That's just one of the barriers of being able to, of the metaverse, right? Is the ability for people to communicate much better moving forward. So absolutely. You know, part of it too, guys, is going to be real world and virtual world. So a couple of weeks ago, I told the ladies, hey, if you guys will work on Saturday, they do every Saturday anyway, but I just said, you know what, we've been working a lot. I'll buy you guys lunch. And so I went on and I ordered lunch for everybody, right? And it was delivered to their house and we had lunch together, right? Think about that in a metaverse where you actually go and there's, you know, restaurants that you can sit down at and you put in your city and somebody else puts in their city. And basically what comes up for them is a menu of a restaurant that's there. And you go through and you order your food, you pay for it with other token, right? Because the conversion is done. The food shows up, okay, at each other's house. When that shows up, virtual food is actually brought out to the table, right? And so you have, you know, you can basically communicate, talk, eat, you know, at the same time, virtual meals. And hopefully it never happens in our lifetimes again. But, you know, let's say there is another pandemic, right? You saw the virtual hugs in the film that Dawn showed, where you were able to hug somebody virtually, but still be able to at least have that experience and move forward from there. So anyway, guys, it's on. It's in our court. It's a project that we're working with day in and day out.
Yep. Peter, can I share a little story with the community
Oh, that
about
would be
about a
Yeah.
crypto god?
Yes. Would we like to show a little bit more show and tell? I believe we've never showed Zeus, have we?
I don't have Zeus, so Dawn will have to show that one. But I
don't
have
have the final, yeah, but I can
Yeah.
show.
I don't. Yeah, mine's really old, so I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to.
I think,
But I do.
I have it.
I
the
want to
final,
read.
right?
Yeah, I want to read the story of TruBadger's token because I just finalized that tonight,
Beautiful.
and it's very, very cool. So
And then
this
Rhonda's
is-
going to show you another graphic too of, because a lot of people ask, why do I need to get crypto gods? And she's going to explain to you why.
So this is the story of TruBadger as Panacea. This NFT is inspired by parallels between Raphael's classic painting, The School of Athens, and the brave community of TruBadger. Created in the year 1511, the painting represents the greatest mathematicians and scientists of the time, gathered to share their ideas and learn from each other. Times have changed, but the teachers of the future are still rooted in math and science. And much like the teachers of old, TruBadger is dedicated to creating a space where everyone will thrive. At the crest, Panacea, the ancient goddess of the crypto space, is virtual in nature. She is in the system. She holds all information and knowledge. Panacea is the goddess of problem solving and universal remedies. As such, she is TruBadger's beacon and stands as a symbol for combined knowledge. She lives in the heart of every Badger, guiding their way to success. In the center is a group of heroes that are not only great teachers, but fierce warriors who stand their ground against bot manipulation and scammers. Surrounding them are the hodlers, loyal and true, empowered and giving. Truman, the ultimate TruBadger, stands guard, ever vigilant with Digibot by his side, positioned as sentinels of truth and prosperity. Unfortunately, there is no world without evil, but TruBadgers are not afraid. TruBadger knows the power of knowledge, providing safety against the greedy forces, allowing us to dodge them before they can harm our goals. The only thing necessary for triumph of evil is for good people to do nothing. This strong and unwavering group believes in you. They welcome all who seek knowledge and success in this time of unprecedented opportunity. Welcome to the League of True Heroes. Welcome to TruBadger.
Sorry,
And-
Rhonda, I thought you were going to show it, so I didn't show it.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for you to pull it up. I apologize. I would have pulled it up sooner.
That's okay.
This is that one that she was just reading about, guys.
Yep, this is the TruBadger NFT. Crypto gods.
Do you have the Zeus story?
I do. Zeus is not finalized. Zeus, Ramona, bless her heart,
Yeah.
created a book, and so we have to.
Right. All right. Well, I have the NFT. If we just want to show
so
that,
before
that's
we do
fine.
that, why would somebody want to get crypto gods?
Yes, good
Rhonda.
question.
So what is the idea? So before you do that, Rhonda, let me explain something. So a little over a year ago, somebody came up with a concept and an idea of starting a thing called the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay.
Yes.
And in order to be part of this club, it has exclusivity. It has a lot of neat and cool things going on in it. They said, hey, how do you become a club member by buying and holding an NFT? That's how you became a club member. Since then, that club has created billions of dollars in wealth by being involved in that club because people wanted to be in it. And there was only a limited number of them. And they started doing things like airdrops. So they said, hey, we're going to do a second series. We'll do twice as many. And if you hold the first one, you get it. And those were called mutant apes. And then they said, hey, we're going to come up with a token. And when they came out with the token, they said, if you owned an ape, you got some tokens. An airdrop of that token made some people quite a bit of money. At one point, it was worth over $300,000, I believe, for each ape that you held, and it went up from there. I believe it's since come down a little bit from there. But now there's also other people developing other projects. We just looked at one the other day that is a bottle of alcohol that if you hold an ape, you just have to let them know what ape is yours, prove that you hold it, and they will put that ape on a bottle for you, and you get this for free. It's, I believe 0.2 ETH. So about $500-600 thing that you're getting in additional being airdropped to or being dropped to you. So the idea of a club in this sense is that the power of community, right? So we've talked about community as commerce, right? The power of community. That is the essence of a crypto club, an NFT crypto club. Is it takes the members and it says, let's go out and create value together. And then the holders of those NFTs will share in the value that's created. So we'll help create the value and then we'll share in that value. And so we want to welcome anybody who holds a crypto god to Rhonda, take it away.
Yeah. Sure. Where did it go? There it is.
The Olympus Club. Woo! Of course, that's
Nice.
the mythical gods would hang out is in Olympus. And so how do you become part of Olympus? Is simply own an NFT, right? A crypto god NFT. There are 5 different ones out there that you can get. A 6th one that you can, of course, only get if you hold one when we start doing the drawings, which will be soon. We'll start drawing once the 5th, all 5 are out. Then we'll start having drawings on a weekly basis over the course of a few months. And each time we have a drawing, somebody else will get one of the Bitcoin Zeus crypto, which we're going to show you here in a minute. So you can't buy them. Not now. You'd have to buy them on the secondary market. Now, there's a lot of benefits to this, right? Voting rights of the Crypto Gods initiatives. So we'll build the DAO software where you'll be able to vote on things like maybe charity events, maybe events that we have in real life, maybe who knows what, right? All kinds of different things that'll take place. First in line advantage on future Crypto God NFTs. So, you'll have first right to say, yeah, I want that one, or no, I don't. And then it can be put off to someone else, as well as airdrops, guys. So there'll be airdrops, discounts to Nexus ecosystem events. So basically everybody else is paying $500 to go to the event. You're going to pay less, right? For being part of it. VIP access to Nexus events. So anytime we have an event, guys, we will have a special party or event for only the Crypto God holders at these events, right? That'll take place for you to be able to be at and be involved with. First, advantage access at partner digital events. So we're going to hold some digital events. We're actually going to be launching an online website that'll start as a flat website. I think eventually it'll become a metaverse, right? It'll develop and build into a metaverse that will have special types of things that are there out for it to be in the event, okay? Digital crypto rebate on purchase of swag. So if you hold a Crypto God, it'll start here in a few weeks. You go in the swag store and you purchase some merchandise. You'll be able to send that to us and we will refund you back a portion of your purchase in digital assets, basically. So let's say you spent $100. We're going to send you $20 in TruBadger or $20 in this token or $20. And that token in order to rebate back a portion of your purchase, okay? Okay, so let's see. Random entry for ultra rare Bitcoin CG NFT. We're gonna show that to you here in a second. VIP Utopia 42 access. You're like, what the heck is Utopia 42? You'll learn here very soon of what Utopia 42 is. It's just another thing that we've put together. You know, it's what is Nexus ecosystem and what is TruBadger and what are we building here? We're building an opportunity zone, right? A place where opportunity is abundant and opportunity is incredible. And guess what? You don't have to, you know, most of the time opportunities that we get involved with, it's a family member or a friend maybe that's close to it. And that's the only way to get involved. That's why so many of us just miss out time and time again. It's like, why don't I ever get offered those type of opportunities? You don't know the right people. You don't have to know the right people. If you're in Nexus, you are the right people, right? Nexus is made up of the right people. And so in the right place at the right time over and over and over again. We don't get lucky. We position ourselves by being part of Nexus, being loyal to the community and what's going on there. That's the way that we position ourselves to win over and over and over and over and over and over again. And again, the beauty of it is this: we're a network. The more people, the bigger the network gets, the more powerful it gets, and the more opportunity there is for each and every single network member that is involved with it. All right. So VIP access to play to earn. So we're going to be putting that together, as well as partner projects, airdrops, and more. Boom. I don't know if we're going to be the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, but we're definitely going to work towards making as much value as we can out in the marketplace. And maybe one day we can aspire to get there. And, you know, by owning one of these, you know, we create a massive amount of stuff. But the one thing we are going to do is we're going to do positive things in the space. This is one of the vehicles that we want to utilize in order to stop the scammers, to stop people from getting things. So we'll do a lot of outreach stuff in order to do that, get involved in some projects that are making a difference in the space to prevent, you know, the scamming and that, as well as the resources. So to do these things, it takes resources. So Crypto Gods has acquired Muon tokens, which are owned by its treasury. It has also acquired Otherverse tokens, which will belong to its treasury once we complete the job. We still have to complete the job in order to fully acquire those. It has already acquired some solar NFTs that will be able to earn when that project is fully launched. And it will continue to acquire assets in order to then utilize those in order to complete its mission of creating value in the space and creating value for its holders to move that stuff forward. So hopefully that makes more sense right now to why Crypto Gods, why it is the sixth project out of, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects that we've put together in order to build out the entire Nexus ecosystem and continue to provide value there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to be quiet and allow for Dawn to show you guys the one that you will have a chance, an opportunity to enter into if you own a Crypto God.
Well, I do that every time. Sorry. There we go.
Absolutely incredible. You know, and I want to explain a few things about this one. Can we make it any bigger, Dawn?
I'm going to zoom in and just, we'll go from top to bottom.
So one of the great things, guys, is that was built here is Satoshi is not known. So, you know, the other ones we were able to build around somebody that did it. So he was unknown. So if you look down in the booth there, it is an unknown character that's there. And essentially what happened, Zeus, the #1 god there, right, in the mythology, in that Greek mythology, sent the power down through to Satoshi for him to create what then allowed for, if you look in front of him, is the Ethereum, TruBadger, ADA, BNB, and Polkadot standing in front of him, saying, wow, they exist because of the existence there. If you look in the background there, you will see that one of the characters is eating pizza. Why is there eating pizza? Because the first transaction that was done with Bitcoin was essentially done 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. So that was put together there. You'll see the miners, right? Because they were essential in the infrastructure and the building of it. And then if you go up towards the top again, guys, if you look through the lightning that was done, those are logos of the countries that have embraced crypto up to this point, right? So these are the countries, their flags that have heavily done it. If you look in the background, there is the mathematical stuff for equations for the blockchain and for the crypto stuff. So this is very well thought out. A lot of time, about 100 hours are put into these in order to go through the research, the development, and everything else. This is not something that somebody slaps together in 15 minutes of sitting down and doing it. There's a lot of work that's put into these. We want it to create something special. If you're going to create the or one of the most special clubs on the planet, you might want to take some time and spend a lot of effort on creating what represents it. I'm not saying that other people didn't do that, but you know, you have to make your own judgments on what is art and what is intelligent and what is thought through, and then you can make decisions from there. So we're excited, guys, about being able to deliver this and put this together. If you guys thought, if you guys like the direction that we're heading in Otherverse, Crypto Gods, put a 1 in the chat. If you're like, what the heck is Utopia 42? Put a 2 in the chat, as well, while you're at it. You can be like, what is that? I don't know. And it'll probably buzz around a little bit of what is it? What is it? What is it? Don't worry about it. We will let you know what it is very soon. And you're going to be as excited as us on what it is. Dan, I just spent 2 BNB and bought more of the 3 tokens today. Now I need to save again for the next project. How long do we have to set up before the next project launches? The next projects, guys, will be on, there'll be some NFT projects that we're working on. One of the NFT projects that we're working on, the next NFT project will be in about 3 to 4 weeks, okay? And we have a couple NFT projects. The next token will probably be sometime in, I'd like to do it sooner, but probably sometime in June for us to do another token project. So from there, but very excited about where we're headed to, very excited about where we're going. So are you guys. I see that in there. I will end it with, again, I want to apologize for what happened yesterday with Safufied. It is something that, I guess you have to go through it to learn from it. But we will learn, we have learned, and it will make us stronger from this point forward, and we'll continue to move things in the right direction. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for pound being the absolute greatest community on the face of this earth. Now, all I know is what we need to do is we just need to add a lot more pounds with a lot more people. We need a bigger community so we can have a bigger network, stronger. And so a couple things. One is a bigger network attracts more people to us from project standpoints, right? It gives us more resources. It gives us the ability to get involved in more projects, right? The more resources allows us to grow the team, bring in people with specialties, right? Very narrow specialties that can then take areas of us and improve for each and every single project that we're working on. So that's our goal right now, is growth, growth, growth. and we got a lot of cool stuff happening. If you want to know, and I shared a text last week on it, but here's how you build in about 2 days. You go in, you pull up the Citibank GPS report, right?
Mhm.
We have a link for it, and you show somebody $8 to $13 trillion, the credibility of who wrote the report and all that stuff. They can look at it and stuff, and then just take them over to Otherverse.io, and just look down at the bottom line and see powered by Unity, big company, Nexus, Oculus, big company, boom. That right there in itself, and say, listen, not really a way for you to get involved right at this moment, except get some TruBadger tokens. All right.